Everyone, Diamante here, psychotherapist, saying hello from Dublin City Centre. From my therapy room, I have some time in between the clients and I want to talk about something that might be very relevant to many people. It's December, and for those who celebrate Christmas is just around the corner. I would like to invite people over to join me and be active, to comment and share your own stories. Hello everyone who is joining. Today from the therapy room, I will be talking about Christmas, which is just in few days' time. Christmas time, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before Christmas, is the time when the clients are bringing up Christmas. They will always touch up on the family dynamics. People usually share, whether it's personal therapy or couples therapy, what's going on in their life right now and what's on their mind, yeah? So hi everyone joining. I'll be talking about Christmas period and family dynamics. To some of us, Christmas time is this magical time of the year when the family and friends are coming together. To some of us, Christmas is maybe the worst time of the year because we just don't like it. And when somebody just tells you, I just don't like it, there is always a reason why we don't like something. Just like if we don't like somebody, there is a reason. So share in the comments if you are looking forward to Christmas, maybe you're dreading Christmas, or maybe you're not even celebrating Christmas. So that's maybe none of your worry, none of your story. Yeah, let's start with a simple scenario of you living abroad and your family, most of your family is being in your home country, and now you're maybe living abroad for several years, and you have a decision to make. Sometimes the flights can be expensive, so not everyone can afford coming back home for Christmas. But if you can, and you've been going maybe back and forth, staying in the country you live, coming back home to your home country for Christmas, so just going back and forth, over the time it becomes another question, such as, do I actually want to go back? Or maybe you have a partner and you may you may be in a position of going to their place for Christmas, to their country or to their parents' place or family home. That becomes you and your partner deciding, as a couple, as a family unit, So, immigrants, hi to all immigrants who are currently watching. You may be living abroad, away from your home country, and relatives, if you have family, may be asking you, are you gonna come for Christmas? Are you gonna be there? And that can create a level of pressure for people, such as buying these hyper expensive tickets, or sometimes people have issues like with work. The work may not be very flexible when it comes to leave around Christmas. But having all these things aside, what about your actual true wants and your own true needs? Do you want to see your family over Christmas time? In the therapeutic space, it comes up like all the time. It could even be like mid-year and people still may talk about family gathering. And Christmas traditionally would be essentially a family gathering, Family dynamics. It can be hard to be in one room with some people or a person, and that may bring us to the decision of withdrawing, not being in that occasion, at that occasion, in that same room, in the same room with that person, not wanting to have anything to do with them. For those who have kids, that can travel down to your children, where then they don't know how to feel about those family members, because kids, they pick things up from us, they pick things up from adults. Even though you think they don't know, they may just feel it, something is off. I think it's particularly hard for those who have kids and have difficult relationship with their own parents, so would be the grandparents of the kid. Hello everyone who just joined. We're talking about Christmas period. I'm in the therapeutic space in the therapy room right now in Dublin city center. So Christmas can be a bit of a love or hate occasion. Of course, the marketing is going for Christmas as a target for people to buy, to host, to feel bad about not having this long, beautiful table, maybe not having enough of matching chairs at home to accommodate the guests. And in my opinion, people then feel they can choose one of the two options: to withdraw and not to subscribe to any of that and just not do it, or people who buy into it and go kind of maybe over the board with all the Christmas decorations, all the presents, all the glitz, and they are then coming to therapeutic space basically burnt out because they are far from putting themselves first, And it has happened to us. Sooner or later, we all have been in a place of doing too much for others and too little for ourselves. It's like this inevitable dead end of being burnt out and then gathering your thoughts as to what could I have done differently, Christmas. Would you rather spend some time by yourself or with your nearest and dearest? Maybe it's just you and your partner. If you have kids, it could be you, your partner, your kids, maybe have a pet or a few pets, and that's a beautiful Christmas occasion. But then there is a level of, I want to be a bigger person. I want to throw the family together. I want to make things better. I want to show my kids a beautiful Christmas. It sort of becomes that it's more just us. It's more than just you, There might be more to it than just you. There is always, we know that one person or a few people, or maybe you yourself, have been in that position before where it's like, oh, if it was only me, I would literally be happy with something small, no fuss. And that's not always honest. Because if you think about it, for those who maybe now have kids and before obviously didn't at some point have kids, or somebody who were by themselves but now have a partner, so now they're more in a union of some kind, where before maybe they were just by themselves. If you're by yourself, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't provide yourself with a high standard of a meal, or put up a couple of decorations in your house, if it's Christmas or not. I'm just talking about self-worth. If it's not to do with your self-worth and you're saying that, I'm happy not to do anything for Christmas, but I'm doing this for my kids, I'm doing this for my husband, maybe you also in a way want to do it, but you just don't want to admit it. Because doing it for someone you love is a form of love, respect, and appreciation. But if we would look at it from a more existential point of view, if you really didn't want to do it like so bad, your partner or the other party would tell you, look, honey, we shouldn't be doing it because I see that you really don't want to do it. You know, there are all of these underwater currents, all the things that are happening, but we partially don't want to consider it happening. So if people would like to share their thoughts in the comments, what is that you like about Christmas, and what are the things that you just don't like at all? You know, I've observed Dublin, Ireland in December and had a chat yesterday that actually Christmas decorations, the Christmas vibe didn't only start in December. It started after Halloween in November. So we now have almost 2 months of Christmas spirit. 12 months in a year, 2 months out of that, it's a huge chunk of our year, you know? And maybe that's a little bit prolonged. There is this just prolonged time of Christmas vibe, I'll put it that way, you know? Like end of November, people were already having Christmas parties. And I know that from the therapy clients, I know that from my personal life. That's early, you know, that's early. That's just how things are right now. But we don't have to subscribe to things as they are. You and your family, you and your traditions. If you feel that something is really wrong, you really don't want it in your life, and it's okay to say no, maybe you should take that up and at least talk about it, that it doesn't sit well with you, you know? I've been working with a lot of clients who have very good relationship with their family, and some clients who are like basically kind of like no contact or no contact with 1 or 2 people and good relationship with some other people, yeah, in the family. And you know, like, there is no easy answer what to do on Christmas, whether to go and see your family and just be happy, whether it's maybe just happy for 2 hours for that dinner, play along, in other words, or just to call it and say, look, I don't want to do this, I don't want to see you, and maybe we should just keep more of an official relationship. You know, I think we all have that existential fear deep down. You know, we don't want to be left, abandoned, disrespected, or alienated. There is no easy answer. You feel is what you feel. If you have one person in the world who understands you, that's valuable. Talk with that person, share. Don't think that you're too much, because you are you, you know, and you can only be yourself because everyone else is taken. So, I would like to wish you all a happy Christmas period ahead. Would that mean that you'll be spending time with your family, as big or as small of a family, or a family that you found, such as your friends? It's up to you. If you feel like you want to stay by yourself on those days, that's also fine. But I'd like you to ask yourself, why? Why do you choose to stay by yourself on Christmas, maybe Christmas Eve, 26th of December? And that is if you are somebody who celebrates Christmas, Don't lie to yourself. Be yourself. Embrace it. Have a prosperous 2025. New year ahead of us. Embrace that year. It's gonna be a good one. It really will. I will make my way and look after yourself.